Hello children. Last class, the previous class I had done unit 5, 6 and 7. Now in this class I will be doing unit 7, 8 and 18. So unit 7, 8 and 18. Now on 7 unit, page number 14 and 15, we have names of persons. Names of persons means what? Whenever we speak about something, about anybody, we use a person's name. If it's a boy, then we come to know whether we are talking about a boy or a girl or a child or a student. So each person has a name, and this tells us whether it is a boy, girl, whether we are talking about our father, about our mother. So there are a number of people that we talk about, so we cannot put them all together and we talk about them. So if you are talking about your mother, you will refer to your mother. You will take the word mother and you will talk about her. If you are talking about your teacher, you will use the teacher word and you will talk about your teacher. In the same manner, there are many names of persons. Persons are who? People. Who are persons? People. We. People, human beings. Names of persons. So after you have finished the other unit, unit 6, then you will take a fresh page, you will take a new page, and on that page you will write unit 7, page 14. So once you have done that, my children, you will write the topic, names of persons. I have given you 5 over here. On page 14 and 15 there are a number of names. I have just taken out 5 of them and then I have given it to you. You have to write the same way I have written. You should not have any problem because I have written everything on the board. So those who do not have any, those who are having the books, it's fine. Those who do not have the books, it is, you just copy this into a copy. The first word I have given you is boy. The second word is queen. Third word is father. The fourth word is child. And the fifth word is man. So there are many names. We have boy. When we are talking about a girl, we refer to a girl. And then we talk about a singer. A singer is a person who sings. So whenever we are talking about these people, we refer to a name. Baby, child, man, woman, swimmer, player. It can be any player, cricketer, footballer, anybody. So these grandmother, grandfather, then you have uncle, aunts. So every person has a particular name. And that is why it becomes much easier to talk about something or somebody. Because they are names for things and people and animals. So I have given you 5 over here. You will just do the way I have done it, my children, and then you learn the spellings. Then we come to unit number 8. In unit number 8, we have names of workers. We have names of workers. Now you know who are workers? People who work. People who work. Anybody it can be. It can be your father, he is also a worker, your mother is also a worker, your teachers are workers, your uncles and aunts are workers. There can be many people who help you in your daily life. Help your mother, help your father. All of us need help from somebody or the other. For these people, we also have their names. So names of workers on unit 8, page 16 and 17. The page is wrong over here, I'll just cut this. Page 16 and 17. So unit 8, I have given you 5 names of workers. The first one is cook. A person who makes food is called a cook. Then you have a policeman. I am sure everybody knows who is a policeman, who maintains law and order on the street or in the mall or in the roads or in anywhere. A police is a person who maintains law and order. Then you know what's a teacher? A person who teaches you. Then you have a doctor. I've given you the word doctor and I've given you the word farmer. A farmer is a person who works on the field. He works in the field, and these people work very hard so that we can get food. Whatever rice and wheat, vegetables that we are getting in our houses is all because of the hard work of a farmer. The farmer is a very, very important person. And there are a number of names in the book. on page 16, nurse is there. Then we have the waiter, we have hunter, shepherd. Shepherd is a person who looks after cattle. If a lot of sheep or a lot of goats are there all together, a shepherd, a man, he takes a stick and he looks after those animals that are there. He is in charge of them. Then we have a tailor. I'm sure you know what's a tailor, a person who stitches clothes. Then we have a potter. A potter is a person who carries luggage on his head. And there's another name, potter, with a double T. Excuse me. He's called a potter. He makes pots. So there are a number of names on page number 16. You can just go through the names, learn the spellings, and you have to write this in your copy. So this unit 7 and unit 8 you have to do on one page. Then we come to unit 18. Unit 18 on page 46 and 47, 48. If I look at those pages, we have one and more than one. The topic is one and more than one. This is on page 46, 47 and 48. Now for this, you will take a new page, children. After you have done this, you take a new page, you write unit 18 page. You have to mention the pages. That's why I have written it on the board. Page 46, 47 and 48. I have taken all the words from the book. So I'll give you 10 words. I'll put 5 over here. I will write 5 more. And this is one and more than one. Now what do you mean by one and more than one? One means a singular thing. Suppose if I say this is a book, this is one book. And if I have many books, more than one. More than means what? More than one means many. If I say chalk, excuse me, if I say the word chalk, this is one chalk, and if I have more than one chalk, it's many chalks. So this is one and this is many. So in the same manner, if I say one apple, if there's one apple and there are many apples in the other basket or in the bag, that becomes many, a lot, more than one. So this is the topic on one and more than one, children. Now I have given you 5 words over here. The first word is, you will take the new page and you will write this unit 18, page 46, 47 and 48. Then you will write the topic, one and more than one, and down below that leave a line, and then you will write one, and on the other side of the page you write many, and then you will underline that, the way I have done it. Then you will write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll give you 10 words. So the first word is a boy, and many will become boys. You have to put an S with that. Then you have a key, then keys. Number 3 is a glass, glasses, a foot, feet. You know what is a foot? One leg of yours is a foot, and when you put both of them together becomes a feet. A knife, knives. So you know what is a knife? A knife is a sharp thing that you use for cutting. Number 6, there are 5 words over here. I'll just rub this. You keep writing one after the other, children, okay? So this is, I have given you 5. This will be number 6. Number 6 is a baby. And then when there are many babies, we cannot say the word baby, we use the word babies. Then there is 7, a tooth. You know what's a tooth? A tooth is your teeth. One of it is called tooth, and there are many in your mouth, so they are teeth. A man, men. 9, a mouse, mice. And number 10, a child. And then we have children. So there are 10 words I have given you. You will write all this in your copy. And now if you notice, the spelling also changes. One, if you talk about one thing, the spelling is different. It's B-A-B-Y. But when it comes to many, the spellings will change. It has to change. Babies. So you have to learn these spellings, children. Without learning the spelling, you will not be able to write the correct answer. A tooth, then the word, then many will become teeth. T-E-E-T-H. A man, if you're talking about one man, when you talk about many of them, then it's men. M-E-N, men. A mouse, mice. You know what's a mouse? It's a small animal, black animal that runs around the house. So that's a mouse, and many of them put together will become mice. M-I-C-E, mice. A child and children. When you talk about one child, if there's one child in the class, we refer to him as one child. And when all of them are together, more than one, they can be two children also, then we don't use the word child, we will use the word children. So see the spellings are a little different. So it's very important, children, to learn the correct spelling. I've been telling you from the very beginning that spellings and saying the word correctly is very important. I want the work to be neatly done. So the spacing of the words have to be done properly. If you do not know how to space the words and the alphabets, your work looks very untidy and it will become difficult for you to understand and learn them. So my request to the parents is to please help your children. Only you can help your child at home to write neatly. It's very important to write neatly so the words are visible. You can make out what the word is. And the correct spelling also has to be written. If you write the wrong spelling, you will learn the wrong spelling and then you will get it wrong. So this is what I have done in this class, Unit 7, 8 and 18. So this is, you will have to do it in your copy. That you will, Unit 7 and Unit 8, you will do it on one page, and when you come to Unit 18, if you look in the book, it is on page number 18, that's page 46, 47, 48. Please write this. You have to write page number 46, 47. Whenever you write the unit, beside it I have given the page number for you to look into the book and learn the spellings. And you have to write this the way I have written it. I hope you've understood, children. Anyways, you take care and look after yourself. Stay safe. Thank you.